It's Wednesday, and you know Wednesdays always mean we got something special in store for you. And today we got the man, the myth, the legend, owner of River Cats Tackle, John. What's going on, Mr. Cyclone?
The same old, trying to recover from the weekend, that's for sure.
And then we got the man, made it to the top 25 in the biggest catfish tournament on the planet Earth. We got Tank with us today, and this is going to be
buddy.
This is going to be a really fun show today. We got my son Riley calling in. He's learned how to catfish fish from John. He's doing it, John. He's out there doing it. It's crazy.
That's
really nice cats too. Looking at the pictures,
that's what we do.
It's crazy that he just took a tiny bit of guidance, John, and he went out there and caught himself some catfish. Look at this fish he caught. What kind of a catfish is that?
Channel cat.
A channel cat. Riley, are you on here?
I'm here.
Can you guys hear Riley?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I hear him.
Hey, Riley, can you tell me what it's like? You called John up. What did he do? He stopped his life and talked to you, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped everything, and we probably had like an hour-long phone call, and he was just giving me tips and just super helpful. I mean, more helpful than I could ever imagine. Just how cool of a guy just to stop completely what he was doing and help me out and give me some awesome guidance.
And isn't it amazing that you had to move all the way to Iowa to get the fishing bug?
Oh, I don't know how I caught the bug, but I caught it, and I will say I don't mind having the fishing bug. I love it, man.
No, it's cool, and I'm so glad that you finally got it. But John and Tank, you wouldn't believe Riley grew up going out on 100-foot yachts and 65-foot Vikings and going out fishing with 100 people at a time and going out on our skiff and seeing dolphins and catching a million calicos. And he was like, fishing, I could take it or leave it. Then he moves to Iowa. And then here we are, Riley. Now what did you do yesterday after work?
Oh, yesterday after work, called up my buddy, and we went down to Lake Red Rock, just outside of Pella, to do some catfishing, and just kind of on a dime. And I mean, within 30 minutes of being there, casting out our lines, I hooked up about an 8-pound channel cat. I mean, just an awesome feeling.
Yeah, and you told me you were using a secret bait that John told you to use, which you never would have even thought of using, right?
Yeah, he told me to use chicken breasts, and I would never even assume to use that. So I was pretty stoked to be able to catch something based off of what he told me to use.
Isn't that weird how we want to share what we know with everybody?
It is pretty crazy.
So do you got anything to say to John? He's right here listening to you.
No, John, thank you so much for all your tips and just taking time out of your day to help me out, man. There's like no greater feeling than catching a catfish. I mean, I when I got hooked up yesterday, I was just so stoked, and then I caught another one like an hour later. I'm like, man, this feeling, there's nothing that really compares to it. I love it.
Hey, that's what it's about, Riley. You gotta, if you can't help somebody improve the techniques in catching fish, why are you in the business? You gotta be able to do that. If you can't, you just don't walk away.
And John epitophized the fact of helping people. Daniel, one of our guys, Daniel Rubin, drove across the United States, stopped and saw John. John stopped his life for a few hours and took Daniel catfish fishing on a Saturday morning. It was like 130 degrees with 98% humidity. And he did it, Riley. He's the man. I'm glad he's part of our family. That's so cool that he's helping you out too.
Absolutely.
And Daniel that's like with Daniel. Daniel was telling me what time he was going to leave. I said, well, you might ought to just stay a few more hours fishing, because at that time you ain't getting across that bridge like you want him to.
Oh, Lord.
It's good to have him.
He wanted to leave around, hey, Tank, he wanted to leave at around 1.
From your house to cross the bridge? Not happening.
He could have left at 1, but he wouldn't have got across until 5.
Yeah. And whether you leave at 1 or 4, you're not getting across till 5:30 or 6.
Crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, Riley, I want to thank you for calling in. I know you're at work, son, so get back after it.
Hey.
Thank you very much for calling in and sharing what John's helped you do.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Hold on.
Hey,
Riley.
Riley.
Yeah, I'm here.
As soon as I get them shipping tubes, you're gonna have a rod that you need to catch catfish with.
Oh, are you serious?
Is the sun hot?
It
is
is
over here.
How cool is that, Riley? Well,
Oh,
buddy.
man. Oh, I'm so stoked. I can't wait. That is so nice of you, man. I appreciate it.
It's pretty special. That is pretty damn special.
You do a lot of night fishing?
Oh yeah, I mean the last 3 times we've gone out, it's been dark, so.
Hey, Tank,
Yeah,
I'm gonna send him the new green.
that's a good one. That'll do.
Go to Walmart and buy you a cheap black light, and you're gonna be impressed when the rod shows up.
Okay, I will do that. I'll do just as you say.
It seems to work when you do what he says, huh?
It does.
All right, Riley, we'll get your ass back to work, and I'll talk to you tonight. Love you, buddy.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Love you, man.
All right, talk to you later. So, gang,
Yeah.
we're going to do something kind of different today besides talking to these two guys about this big catfish tournament, which was pretty exciting for me to actually get to be a part of. But if you guys have any questions and you don't feel like typing it in and you want to call us, you can call me and we'll take your questions live on air.
Ooh.
Kelly Grove came up with that idea. So if you want to give us a call, I'll just leave my phone number up there on the screen. And you can just call us and we'll talk to you and we'll walk you off whatever you need to figure out. If it's saltwater fishing, I got you covered. If it's doing this catfish thing, you give John and Tank your questions. Between the two of them, they'll make up something that sounds like they know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
And as far as this catfish thing goes, I'm blown away by what I saw, you two. Thank you so much for inviting the Your Saltwater Guide family into this. That Mississippi Monsters Mega Bucks was
Mississippi River.
Thank you.
Mississippi River Monsters Mega Bucks Pro Series.
Yes.
That's one of the largest paying out catfish tournaments in the country.
Yep.
And you had a nice.
The Vicksburg in particular one is the largest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team won $100,000. That's for a catfish.
Yes, they did.
That's insane.
Well, for over 2 days, 6 catfish technically.
Right.
But right, a lot of people think they're just some little ditch dwelling nothings, but it's a serious sport when you get into it looking for the trophies.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
And when V brought us up to this, before you guys came pouring in on your boats, V brought us up there and let us look at the fish that were caught early in the day. And they ended up putting 4 fish in there that were all over 90 pounds. Oh my gosh, gang, look at these catfish, everybody. Oh. Wow.
Can you see them, Dave?
Oh yeah, we see them. Yep, we see them good. Those fish, if you didn't see the beginning of that game, you can go back and watch the whole thing. It's on our YouTube channel. You can see that tank. I know it's hard to see it the way I cut the video up. I'll make it look better later. But you can go over there and watch the whole way. And we did it for 4 hours on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we did it for 4 more hours. And it was just spectacular. And Tank, you guys, I don't know how you did it. I don't know if you and John talked about it or what. But Tank, you brought it in at the very end of weigh-in. It was so exciting, man. You kept every one of us on pins and needles to see if you guys were going to qualify. And it was cool. When you came rolling in, throwing swag to the kids, oh my gosh. that was just so fun to watch. And then to see you guys qualify, talk about that, what it felt like.
Well, we knew we would be one of the last to weigh in because we had a very long boat ride. So we knew we'd be towards the end of the line. But besides that, the weight we have, because we're not allowed to get information of like what other people have or anything until we're at weigh-in, we honestly had no idea if we made the cut for day 2 or not. In my mind, I was assuming we were out. So I was excited like it was the last chance I had to show off for RCT. So it was kind of crazy. We snuck in there. But man, when you drive into that building, everybody's screaming. There's strobe lights. There's the Sea Art guys, Alex Nagy and Jeremy Coe, are talking about us and hyping us up. And the RCT crew's in the back hyping us up. And man, you feel like rock stars. It is just the best feeling to drive in. You ride in there in the boat, and it's hard to describe, but you just feel like absolute rock stars.
Well, you kind of were, because the way that you kept us on the edge there, and the buildup from all these different teams and all these giant fish we saw and everything, as you guys rolled in, I know Matt Ryan and Darren and Jason Cutter and John Stanley, you know, my crew, we were all just sitting there pins and needles, just hoping. And we were talking on the side through private messaging. Gosh, I hope Tank qualifies. And then tell everybody what that weight was that you guys qualified. I know what it was, but talk about it. How exciting was it?
Marley just ran across behind you.
Oh, okay.
We were the 25th spot. So the top 100 boats started day 1, the top 25 make to day 2. We ended up in the 25th spot, barely snuck in. 3 fish weighing a total of 76 pounds was our weight. The fish individually were basically 40, 35, and like 12. Somewhere in those. One was a bit smaller. The other 2 were in the upper 30s.
Wow, that's incredible. They slid right in the last spot. It couldn't have gone any. You couldn't have wrote that, right, John?
Like a storybook.
You couldn't. Hey, he wasn't the only one on pins and needles now. He wasn't the only one.
I was just mentally preparing myself, saying, "Nah, we're not in. It'll be okay." Just kind of getting ready for it.
You see, I kept looking at the weight on the board, and I was like, "We're gonna be close. We're gonna be close." But
there were a lot of extremely good fishermen, like 20-year veteran, world-class championship fishermen that had very hard times catching fish this weekend, especially on the Sunday. So the fact that we were able to come in as, tournament rookies, and we were able to break that top 25, we were just so over the moon about.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, Matt Ryan just called in you too. You know who he is. Go ahead.
Oh,
Matt.
boy.
Hang up on him.
He got the shed finished.
He's on here.
What's up, guys?
What up, Matt?
Up?
Hey, Tank, I'm proud of you, man. I know I talk a lot of crap, but you went fishing once.
Thank you, Matt. Look, you saw me hold up a fish I caught. You believe me now?
You caught it, or were you just holding somebody else's fish?
You'll never know.
No, it was cool, man. It was super cool seeing you guys out there representing RCT and everything. I was proud to watch you guys. It was really neat.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty fun. We had a really good time in the background talking, hoping and praying that you guys were going to make it. And then when you did. And, gang, I want to – Matt, go ahead.
I know you would have won if you had V fishing, because she's a good luck charm. I know that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't want to cheat by having the good luck charm on the boat.
Yeah.
I would have been very proud to hold her 65-pound flathead up on that stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird how the first day it was all huge fish, and then the second day it was all like 20-pounders.
Long story short, pros front conditions after day 1.
And
there's some condition changes.
A lot changed. That Saturday evening, you had a pretty good storm come through, And then, but right before the storm come through, the river had started making a change and coming up on a rise, and that slows everything down, you know.
Yeah, I mean, after day one, I was hoping to see nothing but 100-pounders the second day, but it totally changed. You never know what you'll get, right?
That's why if you don't try it, you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Limited time, limited resource, and got to find them. And I'll tell you, any fisherman on that list, on that top 25, they came and weighed good fish. They get a lot of credit. Like Micah and them that won, that was a hard day of fishing. Like, we had trouble finding fish to begin with, and the ones we would find weren't biting. It was a struggle. And from what we talked to other people, everybody kind of had the same feeling.
So on day one, what was your hot bait, hot technique, or whatever you guys did?
Day one, it was 100% bumping with that new Ancient Mariner rod that just came out. The best bait was basically skipjack herring. Day two, the bite was so slow, it's kind of hard to say what the best was, but we ended up doing a lot more anchor fishing, just trying to drop straight on their heads. I think the skipjack and a shad pulled in the fish we caught day two.
Oh, cool. I just wanted to call and say good job, guys. It was really cool seeing you guys.
Thank you very much for supporting and watching, dude. I knew you were out there.
That's it.
Thanks, Matt.
I'm still going to talk crap on your RCT show.
Well,
You get this moment of kindness, and then it's over.
You got it. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, Matt.
Later.
Yeah, that's just one of our many members that have all come over here because of our good buddy Justin Bottrell turning us on to the RCT crew. Talk a little bit about what it takes. How far do you have to drive, Tank, to get to where this tournament was? What was the prep like? Because it's not in your backyard. You guys have to work for this.
We are about the most backyard of any of the competitors that were there. The tournament festival, the weigh-in and everything was 3 hours from my house and Jeremy's house, about the same from John's house. But even that far away, you have to get the hotels, Airbnbs, plan for how are we going to charge the boat. There was a lot of small things, oxygen for the fish. There was making sure enough rigs were made, making sure we had enough bait. A lot of competitors, when they're physically able, they stay up there 10 days. One of them told us they were just fishing 10 days ahead of it every single day, making sure they found fish. And that team only weighed 40 pounds more than us on day two. And that was a world-class fisherman. It was just that difficult with that much prep, and still could hardly find fish. It was so difficult. A lot of these guys that we're fishing against came from North Carolina, Ohio, Alabama. They came from a long way off.
Because it's a big deal. It's a big deal, gang. I didn't know anything about it till RCT invited us in and to see what the hell's going on. And they started telling me about the hype of this thing. And I'll be go to hell. Even there was a guy fishing in that tournament that kind of put fishing on TV on the map. That guy was there. He was doing it the first day. And that was just kind of bizarre to see him out there doing it. I had no idea that he liked to fish for catfish. Can you guys talk about him for a minute? Mr. Dance?
Bill Dance.
Mr. Bill Dance was at the tournament day one, fishing that tournament for catfish. I couldn't even believe it.
An avid catfisherman at that.
Yeah, he had nothing but good things to say about it.
Go ahead, Tank. You can do it.
I'm resting my voice between things I say, John.
Oh, you are. No. Why don't you just go ahead and say it that you're not quite old enough
to know who Bill Dance is?
No. I remembered Bill Dance when I was very young. I'm just old enough. I very much know. That was when the Outdoor Channel first started. That's why I grew up wanting to bass fish, and I used to bass fish so much before I was all into catfishing, was because of Bill Dance. I met him last year. This year I didn't get to shake his hand. I was just too much around everywhere else.
Yeah.
It was cool to see him there, though. It's like wham. And then up on stage was Godwin from from Duck Dynasty, which was pretty good up there. He's looking for a sandwich the whole time.
Man, I had to beat that dude out of the booth. He was always drinking my coffee.
Good.
That is one of the coolest, most down-to-earth, famous people you will ever meet. He would much rather be on a boat or a random duck blind somewhere than have a camera.
No,
That's an awesome guy.
It was good to see all those guys come out and support this, which is now we all understand. It's kind of a big deal, gang, this catfish thing. Gang, we're going to take a break real quick. I got to show you this reel that we were showing off at the ICAST show for Okuma. We're going to show you this reel real quick. John Bretz is going to give you a little insight on the Tesoro jigging reel, and then we'll be right back with these guys. We're going to talk about what's coming up for RCT and everything else that's going on over at the store.
Hey guys, this is John Bretz with Okuma Fishing Tackle. What we have here is a purpose-built jigging reel, the new Tesoro 2000. This is going to come in right and left hand, and it's going to be introduced for the 2026 tackle season. What's amazing about this reel is that the body, the side plates, it's all full machine cut aluminum, 6061 T6 aluminum. You'll notice the frames actually cuts out so you actually have more access to the spool. So a really nice high-end feature there. The other thing you'll notice is that it's got a massive gearbox. It houses a 5.5 to 1 gear ratio that gets you 39.4 inches of line pickup with every turn of the handle. But that massive gearbox features all stainless steel gears. So the main gear and the pinion gear are going to be heavy duty stainless steel oversized gears. The other thing that's nice about this reel is that because it's built specifically for jigging, is that it's got an extremely long handle with that offset T-bar. Now with this handle, you can adjust it to two different positions. You can either have a 98 millimeter or 110 millimeter length that you can adjust on your own. So a really nice feature depending on your application. Now this is a narrow reel, again built specifically for braided line for guys jigging. So it holds 490 yards of 50-pound braid. You do have line indicators on there so that you know where you're at. If you got a big fish or how deep you are, you know precisely where your line's at. The amazing thing with this reel is the drag system. It features a dual force drag, which is a carbonite drag system, but this is different than what you've seen on the Macairas in the past. This drag has drag washers on both sides of the spool, so you get even pressure on the spool. The advantage there is it helps reduce turning force. So when you turn that handle under heavy drag, you're not going to feel that tension. In addition to that, one of the things that amazes me with this reel is that it features a triple anti-reverse. That's right, triple anti-reverse. So it features 9 high-performance stainless steel ball bearings, but then it has 2 quick set anti-reverse ball bearings that give you that instant stopping power. But in addition to that, the double stacked anti-reverse bearings, you have a mechanical backup system in place. So if for some reason something was ever to happen to the quick set anti-reverse bearing, you do have that backup in place. So just a ton of features and functionality in this reel. But again, with this reel being purpose built, what we did is we put a spool lock system in here. So on the palm side of the reel, you'll actually see it looks like a clicker button. That's not a clicker button. What that does is that when you're jigging over a reef, a rocky structure, if you get your jig hung up, and of course you're fishing braided line with a little bit of a leader, you want to be able to bust that jig out or bend the hook so that you can get that whole system out. So you spool lock that system by pushing that down and start cranking, and then you're able to actually get that jig out. Any other way, the line's going to totally slip and you're going to have a lot of difficulty breaking out of that structure. The other nice thing about this reel is it's very lightweight. It's going to come in a right and left hand retrieve model, and it's going to be 20.9 ounces. So very light weight construction, even with that machined aluminum build with the stainless steel gears. Now, if you want to find out more information on this new Tesoro jigging reel that's backed by a 3-year warranty, check it out at a retailer near you or on OkumaFishingUSA.com.
Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about, right?
Oh, buddy.
We got some good ones right here. Whoa.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Jeremy!
Want some stuff like that? Go to the River Cats Tackle. Tell them text it. You get 10% off right now. 10%. Hey, you gonna have 68 pounds? You gonna have 68 pounds? Oh.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Lucy, boys. Close. What do you think you got? You got any else? I got 70 or 72. In my Kentucky man, that's 2 pounds. I got one more.
Got one more.
Yeah, you got two good ones in here. Jeremy, you ain't even got the that scares me, but these two are nice. You ain't even got the blue off of this boat yet. You got it on today? Hey, you're just down the Mississippi River. How many miles? 150 miles. 150. She did work. Oh yeah. This is one of the new 240 programs. Look at the big one there. Okay. I don't even know what to guess on this. Got to be 68 and a half, Alex. 68.52. They got to beat 68.52. Everyone's looking around. Some good, healthy fish. 76.
Yeah, baby.
God. Hey.
We're moving on up.
Top 25.
Y'all come back for a long time.
Hey, don't lean on it. Get back.
All
I
right,
think that's my
Jay.
voice.
Oh my gosh. It starts out with those little guys, the little girls and boys all screaming, tank, tank, throw us some stuff. How cool
Oh
is
my
that?
God.
Doesn't that feel bitchin'?
That they kept yelling, so I'd reach back, grab. I was trying to save something for day 2, and they'd like, give me some more. I was like, all right, here's another towel. Okay, here's another cup.
Oh my gosh. Just to hear those kids screaming your name, it's the best feeling in the world. And then to hang out and watch your fish come out of that box. Talk about that.
And we know what we have, but even when we know our weight, there was another 10 boats behind us. So we didn't know at that moment for sure if we made it or not. We were in the top 25, but there was still more people that could have knocked us out. But I kind of lost my mind when they showed the weight, and we're like, oh my God, we're actually in right now. It was such a hard day of fishing. It's like, we have enough. We might do this.
Oh, such a good feeling.
Yeah, a combination of all the kids up front, all our friends, like the River Cats tackle crew kind of came up and stood behind the crowd, behind where V was filming, and everybody was smiling and waving at us. It was like, oh man, that's an experience. I want to go catch some more fish just to have everybody yell again.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. That was so fun to be a part of that, and then to see your joy because let's be honest, you and I and John, we've been fishing for a long time. We weigh our fish. We think we know what they weigh, but until it hits that digital scale,
right,
then it's all revealed. Because you could think you have this and that, but when it hits the digital scale, now it's all real, huh?
Yep. And as those catfish, especially the bigger ones sit in the live well, they puke up what they ate that day. One puked up a skipjack head, a huge chunk. The one we caught him with, and halfway back, he finally puked it up. They lose a couple pounds just dumping out their stomach contents.
Yeah.
So once we put them in there, we don't know exactly what they weigh anymore.
Yeah.
Our guesses were pretty close, though. They held on okay.
But we could tell you were pretty excited watching you jump up and down.
That's an understatement. I was trying not to break the boat.
Oh my God!
You said it, I didn't.
And don't forget, my brother Jeremy who's starting Creole's guide service. It was on the side of the boat. He was the one getting beat in the face by that first catfish's tail. That was the big fish of the day for us. That was almost 40 pounds. And then Danny Stone's in chat listening, and he picked up the other one. And then Danny Stone caught the first fish of the day on day 2 to officially put us on the board for day 2.
Nice job, Danny.
And we were doing it in a tournament. You know how, like, when you've been fishing a long, long time, you don't quite get excited over a fish quite as much as you used to? Well, apparently when you do it in a tournament, it brings all the excitement back, because when Danny caught that little flathead that was maybe 8 pounds, I think, we were pumped like we just won the Daytona 500. It's a whole nother experience to do all of that under those circumstances.
Talk about that tail slap. John and I and V, we got to watch that a lot every time a team would come in, and people were commenting on it. I didn't quite understand what they were talking about, but that tail slap, you guys have a name for it? I heard some guys talking about it on the show. What do you guys call that when they slap you in the face?
Pain.
Getting your what's you know it kicked.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny to watch everybody get smacked in the face, and then your brother.
Really, it's a compliment that your live well and your oxygen were working, is what it is. Like, look, this fish is well alive, and it's going back in the river alive. So that's really what that shows. So
that's kind of what Lance was telling us, because Lance was co-hosting with me just to make sure he was covering the color, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, let's be honest. And so I brought Lance in to cover the color with me, like we were doing a regular show, John.
Hey, that's what it's about.
And he told us all, he's like, yeah, when they kick you in the face like that, you know you did good, because the fish is going to live. He's going to be able to go back out there.
Yeah. Last year, I know I saw about a 50-pound fish. When he hit the guy, it knocked his hat and glasses straight off out the boat. And then another guy, one guy's holding the fish. His fish is slapping the guy next to him.
But
it gets great.
We also have to do something else too, Tank. We have to give Ray Ferguson and Lonnie and Donnie Fountain a big round of thanks, because at the end of the show on Sunday, they purchased 36 rods to hand out to kids.
That was so cool to see that, John. That was just an incredible event. That I was going to talk about that. That was incredible. Talk about that for a little bit.
I mean, he come to me and he says, "Look, what can we do?" And I said, "You tell you what, I'll make it good." I said, "If you doing this, I'll do my part, and we'll make it happen." And we started out with 30, and he was shy. And he hollered from the stage he needed 6 more. And of course, we had his back. So all total, it was 36 rods that he gave to kids. So I got to give Ray Ferguson and Lonnie and Donnie Fountain a big round of thanks for doing that.
Yeah. Out of his own pocket. That wasn't something that, because he has a separate sponsor. He was wearing an Anvil Rod shirt. Since we were there, we had the rods on us. Out of his pocket, he bought that just to give away.
Yeah.
Most of the kids on that, I think pretty much all the kids that were standing on that front rail got a rod.
Yeah. Yep. And of course, Dave, we did our part to make it easy for him to be able to do that.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I know you did, John, because of your heart. You got such a big heart. And Daniel just joined us, says, hi, John. And no, it was choking me up to watch that whole thing, because we talk about it on this show every single day we come back. We always bring it back to the children. It's all about the kids. And I mean, when I was watching, when Tank came in and the kids recognized him as he was coming, I was just out of my mind. I was so excited. I'm like, they
They
already
actually
know.
knew my name. I never heard my name specifically.
Oh my God, they were screaming, Tank, Tank, over
Oh my
here. They
God.
were
Oh my
having
God,
their
no.
arms up. V was right there next to him. And they're like, Tank, Tank. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And then the next day, V goes, you got to watch this. These guys right here. I'm like, what? Now what? Now what's going to happen? And they brought all those rods out from underneath. And oh my gosh, you have no idea how many of those children's lives just got saved by giving them a fishing pole. I know it saved my life. You just
That's what you do, though. You make it happen.
oh yeah, and the swag is such a cool thing. The swag is
Yeah.
when those children get that swag, they're coming back next year. You know what they're telling their mom and dad? We got to go. We got to go to the tournament. We got to be there. We got to be in the front row when those boats come. You just made these children. They're going to be fishermen for life. You guys changed.
In the town of Vicksburg, the local community really, really supports that tournament. They show out very, very well every year that tournament goes there.
It's such a great tournament, such a cool thing. I can't wait for next year. Like you said, Tank, I just want to go. I want to be a part of it. I want to, we had the head of the tournament talking to us too, and we were sharing it on their channel too. They couldn't believe the amount of people we had watching. It was just such a phenomenal deal. And
Mr. George.
Yeah, and it's because we all care about kids, and that's what this whole tournament ended up being about. Even though you guys caught some bitch and catfish and there was some money to win, every one of those guys and gals on those boats understood the power of the children.
Yep.
Pretty much every fisherman in that tournament was there for reasons beyond personal glory or winnings. That's cat fishermen on the average. They're all there for their sponsors, the kids that are watching, the families, and just benefiting everything they can. That's a very catfish community thing, to have the bigger picture in mind on a lot of this.
That's it.
And
you know what, Dave?
Go ahead, John.
You know what makes your brand stand out more than anything is associating with the people.
Oh yeah.
Associating with the people. I bet y'all walked 1,000 miles this past weekend. But I talk to people, and that's
you would never know John is the owner of a company, the way he talks to everybody, just like John is just any old other guy, because that's the way he talks and treats everybody, with everybody's equal, everybody's respect. He's not a company owner or a fancy this or that. He just treats everybody like people. No matter, like, if you're a shop owner, the owner of Sea Arc, or the owner of this, or just some young guy who's thinking about getting into fishermen, John will sit there and talk to you for an hour, all the same.
Well, I mean, Raleigh's a good example.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. My son is a perfect example. Yep. Didn't know him from Adam, but he spent an hour talking to him, and now Riley's out there putting it together and putting the puzzle together and catching catfish. And the minute he catches one, he calls. I don't know which one of us he calls first.
I don't either. He usually sends me the message. I think I got
That's
it.
That's a very good fighting breed of catfish too. Those are fun.
Oh my gosh. He's, like he said, he can't compare the feeling to anything. It's just the most. And the coolest thing about it is, this sport fishing thing out here on the West Coast, it's kind of tough if you don't have some money to back you up, and you don't have a boat, and you don't have fuel. But this catfish thing, all you need to have is water, right?
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't, $100,000 boat and stuff does help. You can run a little farther, but you don't have to.
No.
You don't have to have expensive stuff. You can go a few miles downriver and catch some huge stuff and compete.
Yeah, exactly.
It's entirely possible.
Wherever you find some water, you can put on a chicken liver or a chicken breast and walk out there and throw it out in the water, and that little bell goes off and you're in heaven.
Hey, Dave, I got the prime example for you. Patrick Gray, he's one of our members. And me, him, and his boys went fishing on the river. And we was talking about something, and I said it's not impossible. And he says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! You said that wrong." I said, "What did you mean?" He said, "Always remember, I'm possible. It's not impossible."
I like that. I'm going to
So,
start using that.
and that comes from what? That was Jacob.
That had to be from Jacob.
Yeah, that was Jacob. About 15, I think. No, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 14 years
That sounds
old.
like it would be Jacob.
Yeah. So why not take kids?
Right. Such a special thing.
You know, Captain Dave, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Tank.
So I know you were watching for hours. What did you think of the jerseys me, Jeremy, and Danny Stone were wearing?
I thought that was so cool because I'm like,
if you noticed a couple
pajama
things.
tops on. They got their pajama tops on.
And got their moo on.
Yeah.
Did you noticed all the colors to them?
Oh, absolutely. What was that all about?
You know, well, there was two different causes. The puzzle pieces are for autism.
Okay.
And a lot of people at the tournament actually recognized it and thanked us for it. We were a little nervous that it was kind of too out there, but a lot of people actually recognized us and thanked us for wearing those colors. The other is teal and purple. It's a little less recognized around, but I really think it should be in that suicide awareness that I made sure were the other colors for the jersey.
Oh my God.
Every little thing we did last weekend had meaning behind it.
Yep. That's like next year. It's probably going to be Down syndrome and something added with it. It's always something.
Yeah. Some of the families were asking us if we're going to keep the autism every single year. So we'll probably have it. We're going to change up how we do it all, but we're going to have to keep the autism on every year to some degree, but we're going to pick causes and we're going to keep going with it.
That's what you do.
That's pretty damn special. I know you guys didn't have time because you were so damn busy on Saturday, but Saturday morning at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, my family-owned business in Dana Point Harbor, they do a thing called Fish for Life, where they take Down syndrome, autistic kids, highly handicapped children, and they take them fishing for the day for free out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing on the 95-foot sport fishing boat my father built called the Dana Pride. And they put the red carpet out, and they announce each child like they're a sports star, but they're bigger than sports stars. And it's an incredible event, and it goes off at Dana Point, and it went off right before we went live with V. And it was an incredible morning. And then to know that we were rolling into the Catfish tournament and you guys representing that, oh my gosh, there is a God, and I'm not him.
Yeah, there's every time the jerseys are awesome. It was choking us up at times meeting some of the families, and every time we mention it, Lance is there too, and there's always somebody in chat saying, "Yep, them too. They know somebody or their daughter, their niece, somebody."
Yeah,
it's just trying to be open about things so everybody knows somebody. Everybody just talk about it.
Exactly. It's time to make an awareness.
Well, look what I done. What was that, Saturday? What was it, Sunday? I'm not sure which day it was. The little fella I gave the jersey to.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh my God, it was on Sunday. It was on Sunday, Tank, and oh my gosh.
I didn't even get to catch up on all these stories yet.
Nobody was watching. It was full mayhem. Stopped everything. V and John just stopped everything, and that was just an incredible thing. And you changed that little man, his face, you could see it just changed his whole day.
Yep.
And he was having the time of his life before that.
Yeah.
The amount, John and Spiron too, the amount of things they do for families and different causes, veterans and all kinds of stuff, they don't publicize any of it. And they kind of ask us not to because they don't want the glory of it. They just want to help.
Yeah.
There's a lot that they do. And he will not talk about it, and he'll be annoyed that I'm telling people about it. They do a lot behind. Stop it. They do a lot behind the scenes. It's crazy that he's even mentioning it here.
Right. Well, he kind of has to because everybody
Yeah.
watching the show saw it.
Yeah.
He's just trying to inspire people. That's just the tip of
Absolutely.
the iceberg for things that he does.
Absolutely.
And by the way, Dave, September the 13th, get ready.
What are we doing?
We're gonna have another run at it.
Okay.
This one's gonna be the MRM in Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. Tank, are you fishing in that?
Hey, we got
I'll be manning the booth.
4 boats. That's
No
gonna be
way. Oh my gosh. Woo!
It started off with 1 boat, and then last night another boat added in, and then it just spiraled from there. And by the time the night was over with, it was 4 boats in it, and I'm like, did this really just happen? I mean, what happened here?
I told him in the chat, I'm glad I could inspire everybody to want to join the tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. They saw the joy on your face. They want to feel some of that.
It's going to be a 1-day event on that one, so it won't be as long and as hard, you know.
Yeah, Matt, given to you was given to a cause.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep.
But before he goes, am I allowed to specifically say all the sponsors we had for the boat?
Absolutely.
Obviously, River Cats Tackle was our main sponsor and did a lot for us. And we could not do any of that without the gear, the hooks, the terminal tackle, everything that they give to help and support. Obviously, everybody knows them. A lot of everybody knows Ancient Mariner. We were using their rods and reels as well. When we were bumping, it was pretty much all Ancient Mariner gear. Couldn't do it without them. Creole's Guide Service, that's my brother's. He put a lot of his personal money into this tournament as well, which is why he's a sponsor, not just a fisherman on this one, to make all of that happen. Shoot, you go 150 miles one way in a day. You saltwater guys know that distance. That gas money adds up.
Oh yeah.
Then all the scouting trips, all the gas cans, the oxygen. There's a lot adds up there. So besides being the fisherman and my brother, Creole's Guide Service couldn't have done it without him either. Then you have Creature Leaders, who is basically what we run as far as the rigs we run. Creature Leaders sells all of those as well. And then Holloway Marine and Outdoor is where Jeremy got his boat from. They made him pro staff, gave him a great deal, kept the boat running, serviced everything, fixed 1 or 2 little issues. So that's Holloway Outdoor and Marine in Alexandria, Louisiana. If you need something, please give them a holler. Incredible boat dealership. Ask for Junior, and he is the best boat salesman you'll ever meet in your life.
Nice.
And then our last one's Monster Rod Holders. That RCT is selling Monster Rod Holder products now. So if you need major rod holders, bait cutting boards, landing nets, all kinds of new products can be had. Let John know, and he can set you up at Monster Rod Holder as well. And then just the RCT crew in general, especially Danny Stone. My God, that is the best person you could ever have in a boat. He worked his tail off. So don't forget to talk to him when you get a chance about how that tournament went, because my God, couldn't have done it without that guy.
Absolutely. We want to get Danny Stone on here talking for sure. That would be great. Hey, I got a caller just called in, Jason Cutter. He watches you guys all the time too. I don't know if you've seen him comment, but Jason, go ahead. You got the guys.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, John, Tag, Captain, of course. Yeah, no, I just want to say thanks for what you're doing for the kids, get kids fishing. I mean, I'm the kid that started off with a, Zepco Snoopy fishing pole from the grocery store, and now I have, more fishing tackle and poles that I'm willing to admit to, especially if my wife is asking. So, yeah, I mean, that's the future of the industry, and if you're not trying to get kids fishing, then what are you doing? So I really want to say thank you for that. And the second question, I guess my main question, what I was wondering, I missed it. I tried to watch as much as I could on Saturday, but I was just busy as well. But so if you qualify for the second day, does your catch or your weight from the first day, does that impact your overall score, or do you just it's kind of like playoffs? The regular season doesn't matter. You just have now it's clean sheet. Like, how does that work?
When what you caught Saturday is null and void. Sunday, you start over from scratch. You have to build that bag again with the 3 fish. So all
That's
the way.
so the
The
last 25th place guy has a chance then, doesn't it?
That's right. If you make the 25th slot, if you qualify in the top 25, it gives everybody an even playing field for the following day.
Yeah. So give credit to all the guys in the top 10 that were in the money. They had to do it 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea this tournament existed and not how big it is. It was fun. And, yeah, again, it kind of brings me back to a kid. Yeah, I grew up by a river. We had a canoe, and my dad would take us up the river on the canoe. And once in a while, we'd actually catch something. And maybe if we were a little bit more what we were doing, we'd catch the catfish. I can't remember if we did or not, but kind of going back, yeah, it's super accessible for everyone. So yeah, and it's also super fun learning about the fishery because you see that there's a lot of crossover between all these different types of fisheries. With everything matters, the bait choice, line, all that stuff. Super cool.
Yep.
That's all I really want to say. Thanks, learn a lot, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
All right.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah,
Have a
no
great
problem.
day.
Yep.
Yeah, the crossover I think is the coolest part of this thing. Is the crossover is incredible, and like you, John and Tank, you guys telling these guys try these hooks out, and now you got John Stanley and you got Matt and you got Darren. They're trying out your hooks out here on the West Coast. They're loving your hooks, by the way. I know they tell you that all the time. I always want to pass it on. Talk before we cut out because we I know it's hard for you guys to imagine. We're almost at an hour here. So
we can talk a while.
Yeah, we can. And you guys can see these guys live on Sunday nights. It starts at 4:00 Pacific Standard Time, and they have a show, RCT. You can find them on YouTube, and you can see the guys all sitting around, kind of a round table type of thing. The pro staff hanging out with John talking. Tank and Lance kind of run the whole thing, and then John kind of is like the master of ceremonies, but it's a fun time. If you haven't watched it, that's how we all got into it, by Justin signing us into this thing and going, you got to watch these guys. They're hilarious. Next thing I know, you invite me to come on the show. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
It doesn't matter.
I know. We're having fun anyway.
It's like this. You love fishing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're fishing for. It's fishing.
I know. I see Mike Lewis asked.
Yeah.
No, they release all the fish after each day. They try to release as soon as possible to make sure that they get back to the river healthy. But after being in a live well for a day, they're not going to bite that next day anyway.
And I see a message from Matt Ryan: 2 and 4 straight shank hooks. Just give me time, Matt. Give me time.
Yeah, but the hooks that you're getting from these guys, my guys have to learn how to snell again. My guys don't know how to snell. The hooks that John's got right now, you got to know how to snell them if you're going to use them for live bait.
So maybe we need to do a knot tying show on a Sunday, huh?
Snelling, to show everybody how to snell a hook.
Look, I got my roller leader right here. I can snell you.
There you go. And if you could snell the hook, Matt Ryan, you could fish with it. It's just it's a little different way to use a hook, because if you don't snell those hooks, when you set the hook, it'll kind of pull it out of the fish's mouth.
Yeah.
If you just straight tie it, if you didn't snell it, it's going to pull that hook right out of the fish's mouth. And Mike Lewis, your other question about anti-reverse. Nope, that's been in since they started making fishing reels. Before anti-reverse came into effect, you had a leather strap, like we talk about with the history of sport fishing on Tuesdays with Michael Folks. The old reels had a leather strap that you used for a drag because there was no anti-reverse. And then they put the anti-reverse in the early 1900s. But before that, you had a leather strap, and that's all that slowed it down. But it's been called anti-reverse since they first made it. That's what stopped that spool from spinning backwards. And so, gang, how can they find your tackle store, John? Where are you located? let everybody that's watching know how they can find you. That we got people all over the United States.
Look, all you got to do is we're a Louisiana-based company, and if you want to check us out, all you have to do is go to rivercatstackle.com, and the web store will pop right up. We're having some issues with the original store, but we are in the process of making and setting up a brand new site. Therefore, it makes it easier and accessible for everybody else.
If there's something you're looking for, if you're having trouble with the site, hit one of us up on Facebook Messenger. Give John's phone number, I think, is on the website. Give John a call. He'll get you set up with what you need if there's something, if you're having trouble with the website itself.
I don't mind a phone call.
Oh, no. But don't call him if you only have 5 minutes to talk, though.
Because he's going to help you.
Frank. Hey, that's how you learn things. That's how you figure out what they need. And, sometimes people just need to talk. So,
Matt, that is rivercatstackle.com. rivercatstackle.com.
Yeah, if anybody's got any more questions, you want to throw them up on the screen there. We got the guys for a few more minutes here, and then I got a ton of stuff to do today. We've already gone live this morning with Captain Al Clowers. He's fishing. Oh, I got a big announcement, gang. On Friday, listen, pay attention, those of you that are watching. Friday, we have the man. We have Anthony Shea, the owner of Team Bad Company World Tour. They're traveling all over the world with all those yachts. I think he's got 12 yachts from 175 feet down to 32 feet. They're traveling around the world chasing grander style marlin. He's like the Zane Grey of 2025. He's traveling all over the world. You've watched him on YouTube. You've watched him on all the other platforms. World Tour Team Bad Company owner, angler, Anthony Shea is joining us as our special guest at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, gang. We're going at 10. Why? Because they're down in Africa fishing for granders, and he's going to do the show. He's being nice enough to do the show with us before he has his cup of coffee in the morning, before he gets in the chair and starts winding on 900-pound marlin. He's going to talk to us about the World Tour, and he's going to talk to us about what's coming up next month. In September, in 2 months, in September, we got War Heroes on Water, our 10th year. I've been lucky enough to be with Anthony for all 9 years of this. This will be our 10th year where we take over 100 war-tested veterans out fishing. And we take them out for 3 days at a time on some of the most luxurious yachts you've ever seen in your life. We go out, we fish for 3 days. We do not touch land for 3 days. These guys and gals get to see something really spectacular, and it's all done by Freedom Alliance. And Mr. Anthony Shea has brought this to the highest level it could possibly be. We fly the vets in from all over the country. They come and they stay at a really nice place in Newport Beach, California. Then they climb on the yachts, and they're out for 3 days on these beautiful yachts. All the yacht owners donate all their stuff, their boats, their tackle, their food, their crew, their captains. Everybody donates everything to take these unbelievable men and women that have given almost everything they have for our freedom. So it's the least we could do is take them fishing for a little while. And it's one of the coolest events. Anthony Shea started this thing. He's going to talk a lot about that, but he's also going to be talking about World Tour. So you don't want to miss the show on Friday morning. It's going to be insane. But if you do have to do that JOB thing, you can watch it later on all the platforms. We go live on every platform, and then it's on those platforms forever. So check out Anthony Shea on Friday. It's going to be insane. I'm super excited to have a multi-billionaire on my podcast. Imagine.
Yeah, John, let me borrow your yacht. I'll go meet him.
It's sitting out in the yard. It's got 2 aluminum tunes with it. Go for it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I want to thank you very much for being with us today. Did any other questions pop up on the screen? For some reason, I see nothing. You guys see all the stuff. I don't see anything.
I'm not seeing much on the Restream side. I'm watching it on YouTube for some.
All right. If you have any questions you want to answer real quick before we go away.
I'm not sure. I don't see any questions.
No. And besides that, you're a busy man. You got a lot of things to do.
Yes, we're going to
Yeah.
go live with
As
Captain.
as of this morning, River Cats is getting way heavier into social media, Captain. We're probably going to have to talk to you about that kind of stuff soon.
Yay. Well, you should.
Taking your advice, long story short.
Nice. Good. Yeah, who'd ever thought this silly old man would have had 800,000 followers and be viral on every single platform? It's pretty bizarre.
Right?
Never in my wildest imagination.
I mean, the little monkey dancing around behind you the whole show helps.
That doesn't hurt, right, Tank?
I'm going to go ahead and get me a gator and just let him sit on my shoulder, huh?
I like what you told me a couple weeks ago. I go, hey, is there any gators? And you said, you know how to tell if there's gators? If it feels wet, there's a gator. I'm like, I'm using that everywhere I go.
We found a few big ones in our pre-fishing. One of the side rivers was real calm, and there were some big ones.
Oh, baby. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and stay tuned. Captain Al Clowers will be back on live today. I think he's going to jump on with me around 1:30. He's down there fishing yellowtail still off the Coronado Islands. You saw him this morning catch a handful of yellows. We're going to go back live with him this afternoon, see what's going on. Thank you, Tank. Thank you, John. Always a pleasure to be with you guys.
Always.
Thank you so much for letting us into your family. All right,
absolutely.
Everybody. See you tomorrow. Turn off the news. They're all lying. This is